back in open session. During the executive session, we have granted a motion to approve the minutes. The executive session held on January 7th, 2025 pursuant to our General Law Section 4246 5A 2 and 4. Unanimous decision. And then we had a motion to return to open session, which was approved by a vote of 4-3 with Commissioner Strauss, Commissioner Harrison, and Commissioner Ritchie abstaining. Who does? Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Motion to seal the minutes. Is there a motion to seal the minutes of the executive session held today on January 28th, 2025? Motion by Commissioner Susie, second by Commissioner Strauss. Commissioner Susie?
Aye.
Commissioner Strauss?
Aye.
Commissioner Browner? Aye. Commissioner Centerini?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Ritchie?
Aye.
The chair votes aye. Next item on the agenda is whether there's any new business proposed for future commission agendas and general comments from the commission.
I do have a matter. Just to raise it briefly. I recently gave an annual training that I do at the Rhode Island House of Representatives each year, and I'll be doing the Senate next week also. And one of the things that came up this year in front of the House of Representatives, that comes up every year, frankly, and that also comes up in the other chamber in the Senate each year, and I expect it to come up, is there's always a question of when or if the Ethics Commission might be inclined to raise the $25 gift limit in the gift regulation. Currently, and since 2005, the gift regulation has prohibited gifts to public officials from interested persons if they're valued at more than $25. The question is that I get with each of these trainings each year, this being no different, isn't it time to consider raising that by something based on the cost of living, the consumer price index, the changes from 2005 to 2025? So what I'm raising to you is what I tell them each time is I will bring that question back to the Ethics Commission. My own opinion, I tell them, frankly, 25 has worked really well for 20 years, but I understand what you're saying. Time marches on. It has been 20 years. Maybe it's time to raise it to 30, 50. I mean, we don't know. And maybe it isn't. So I raise it. I just bring that to your attention to let you know that these are questions that I'm asked regularly, and then put it to you as to whether this is something that you would like me to put on future agenda, or just to start with, just some discussion about that issue.
Just do we have to go on that agenda?
Yes.
Plenty of time to.
Could I just,
Yeah, of
for
course.
information? What, taking into account inflation, what would the $25 be today? Or it's been the 75?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I have looked into what some other jurisdictions have done. And some other jurisdictions do specifically, either by constitution or by statute, say that every so many years, the commission shall adjust the gift limits based on, and they name a particular index that's local to that area. In Colorado, there's a specific index they look at. And I think Colorado, as an example, my memory is that the last time they raised it, it went from $25 to $32 based on their review of the index. And
I don't love an index because then nobody's gonna know what the number is if it's changing a lot, but
I think the question isn't to change a lot as much as to figure out where it would be today.
yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what the values would be, not.
Not to make
Yeah,
it, not to make it flexible,
Okay,
but to make it, do we consider a new number?
sure.
Do we know where we,
It seems to me that I recall this coming up in the past when we've The staff has done ethics training with the General Assembly members. And, we've never given them a response. I think at least since they bring it up, at some point, we should give them a response.
Is there a motion to add the question of the amount of the gift limit to an agenda to be considered at a later date?
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Where do we stand in relation to other states in terms of the amount of the $25, I guess the floor, so to speak? Where do we stand? In percent, lower percent, middle of the country?
So it's a great question, and you're not gonna love the answer, but the answer, like so many things, when we try to compare what we do in the Code of Ethics in Rhode Island to what other states do, is every state does it slightly different. So in Rhode Island, it's a $25 limit for everyone who's an interested person. In some states, it's a low limit like ours is for certain executive branch employees, but for legislators, it might be higher. It might be zero tolerance for lobbyists versus other people who aren't lobbyists. My sense is that we are kind of right in the middle at $25. 25 is a pretty standard amount across the country, but some are higher. Some are $100, some are zero. But the zeros are usually for just certain classes of people, not for everyone. And then there are all kinds of exceptions that are built into in some states, the exceptions swallow the rule. And
Interesting.
I will just say this, that Rhode Island, in my opinion, has one of the best gift rules. It's easy to understand, it's easy to follow. We don't get a lot of advisory opinion requests over it, and that's because everyone knows what they can and can't do. So but the amount, I think, $25 works. A little bit higher would probably also work just fine.
So 25, I'm sorry, $25 being the lowest, our highest is 25,000. Where do we stand in that relation to other states?
Of our penalty,
Yeah.
$25. We have one of the highest. Yeah, 25,000 is a very significant limit for citizens.
Let me suggest, Commissioner, that if we vote to put this on a future agenda, that you might well be asking staff to bring that information back so that the next time we have a better database, so to speak, of information. Is there a motion to add the question of the gift limit, dollar limit, to a future agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Peterson, yes,
Harrison.
Harrison. So
Peterson
terribly
sounds
sorry.
better, but.
No. My mother's a Peterson, what can I say? I have no Harrisons in my family. Is there a second?
Second,
Seconded by Commissioner Celerini. Further discussion? Take a roll call vote. Commissioner Susie,
No.
Commissioner Strauss,
Aye.
Commissioner Bronner.
Aye.
Commissioner Celerini,
aye,
Commissioner Harrison,
Aye.
Commissioner Ritchie.
Aye.
And the chair is conflicted, but the chair will vote aye. I believe the next item on the agenda is a motion to adjourn. Your motion. What happens then?
That's why I said that.
We're here all day, I guess. We never get to leave.
Well,
Very second.
Well said, Jim. Well said.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison, second by Commissioner Browner. Roll call votes, Commissioner Susie.
Aye.
Commissioner Strauss, Commissioner Browner,
That's the quick mind of a baby calendar.
Commissioner Browner, didn't hear me. Did you say I'm sorry? That's all right. Commissioner Celerini,
aye.
Commissioner Harrison,
Aye.
Commissioner Ritchie, and the chair votes aye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.